Is your CarPlay disconnecting on you while you're riding? Well, you wouldn't be alone. And if you recently did a software update, you may be seeing this issue where you didn't have it before. Well, I think I found really the only true fix. Many viewers have reached out following the 5057D update that CarPlay connectivity got worse. Maybe they had no issue with it at all, but now it's disconnecting while they ride. And of course, CarPlay disconnects from time to time, and that's always been an issue with the Harley-Davidson SkyLine system. But if it becomes a regular problem, especially where you didn't have it before, I suspect that your device manager database has been corrupted. So we'll go up to the gear icon, we'll go to device manager, and you can see it tracks your devices. It also tracks other devices you may have paired over time. And my theory is that when you do a software update, this database gets corrupted. My other theory is over time of using the bike, this database gets corrupted. So you can certainly delete your device and repair it. But what I usually hear is that's only a temporary fix and the problem returns. I've really had better luck deleting this database. And how do you delete that database? Quick PSA. Only proceed with this procedure if you're having chronic connectivity issues, especially if they're issues you've not had before. But always remember, I'm an enthusiast, not a professional. Use all of my information at your own risk. We'll start with the menu button. We'll go up to Settings, and then we'll go down to System, and then down to System Info. From there, you will find Factory Reset. This gives you two options, Privacy and Factory Reset. Now, Privacy resets your security pin if you set one on the bike. I also believe it erases all your garage door openers and HomeLink, but I've not confirmed that one. If we go down to Factory Reset, it says removes all personal data and restores factory default settings. So if we say OK, it will reboot. And when it comes back up, if you go to Device Manager, you will see that you have no devices listed and no previous devices either. This also deletes any saved Wi-Fi connections, and it resets your trip information. And if you're an embedded nav user, it deletes any saved rides in the system, so you'll have to download those again from the Ride Planner app. Your time will change back to 24-hour time, which you can fix from the system menu, date and time, and go down and change it to 12-hour time instead of 24. Everything else should be correct, including your time zone, but you may want to check it out. So at this point, you're going to have to reconnect your headset and repair your phone. But before you do that, on the iPhone, go to Settings, go down to General, and then go to CarPlay. From there, you'll see under your cars, the Harley-Davidson. It may be named differently. But you'll tap on that and then select Forget Car. It's important to delete the CarPlay connection from your phone. So now you'll start fresh on your phone and the bike. So we'll go back into Device Manager, and you need to pair your headset first. So we'll go to Device Manager and add device. Now I have my Maidhawk already connected, so I'm going to go down and pick that one. And it'll connect to the Maidhawk. And we want to verify that our headset is in the rider role. With that set, you can now pair your phone. Okay, so now you have a decision to make. Do you want to pair via Bluetooth or pair via CarPlay? Or do you want to just use wired CarPlay without wireless CarPlay? Let's start with Bluetooth. So if you go to the Bluetooth menu on your iPhone and then add device and Device Manager, you will set up a Bluetooth connection between your phone and the bike. Well, why would you want to do that? Well, this would enable the built-in infotainment features on the bike. So you can make and receive phone calls, you can receive text messages, and of course you can stream music all through the Harley system without CarPlay at all. Now here's where it gets confusing. If you opt to go through the Bluetooth connection, it will set it up to the bike as a Bluetooth phone, but then the iPhone is going to prompt you to use CarPlay. So then you're going to end up with a partially set up Bluetooth connection and a CarPlay wireless connection. My advice, if you intend to use CarPlay at all, is start in the CarPlay menu. So go back to General and then down to CarPlay, and it's searching for cars. On the bike, do Add New Device and wait for your phone to show up. There's my phone, so we'll click on that. We get a pairing code on the bike and on the phone. We'll accept it on the phone and we'll accept it on the bike. It says connect to CarPlay, and that's our goal here, so we'll hit connect. It tells you what's new in CarPlay, and then CarPlay is now wirelessly connected to the bike. So what if you want to use wired CarPlay? Well, first, pick a high quality cable. You need one that supports high-speed data and charging. So I'm going to connect the cable to my phone, and it should show on the bike. So it says allow CarPlay to connect, and it's already on the screen. Now sometimes you'll see a box on here that says you need to allow CarPlay on the bike. We didn't get that this time. But read this message carefully. It says allow CarPlay with the Harley while the phone is locked. If you allow this, it actually sets up wireless CarPlay. If you say not now, you only have wired CarPlay. And it only works if the phone is unlocked. So if I pull the cord, CarPlay goes away. If I lock my phone and then I connect the cord, CarPlay will not start. You won't see it on the screen, and it tells you to unlock your phone. So then you're going to have to look at your phone and unlock it to get CarPlay on the screen. It's a little bit of a pain, but it ensures that you're using wired CarPlay and not wireless CarPlay. Now I do have a workaround that I'm working on, and in a future video I'll share that. So with CarPlay Setup, you can actually tap on your bike's connection and adjust a few settings. One of them is apps. So if there are applications you don't want to see on CarPlay, you can hit the little minus icon, and that will give you the option to delete that app from the CarPlay display. You can also move apps around. So for example, if I want to see the music as the very first app on the screen, I can grab that, press and hold, and drag it up, and you can see on the screen it's put music as the very first application. This can be really handy when navigating CarPlay with the left-hand control module. The other setting we have on this menu is widgets. This was added with iOS 26. And you have Stack 1 and applications listed, and Stack 2 and applications listed. And you can change these out. On the bike, if you hit the up arrow on your left-hand control module, you'll eventually get to the widget screen. So whatever is showing here is Stack 1, and whatever is showing there is Stack 2. And you can use the center button to tap on your widget and then change it out, going through the stacks. It's a pretty cool addition to iOS 26, and it looks really good on the Harley. Okay, so what if you don't want to use CarPlay? You'd like to use the bike's interface. Well, on this menu, there's a toggle for CarPlay. It actually doesn't mean CarPlay on or off. But if we turn it off, it will disconnect the wireless connection for CarPlay. So now the phone is not using CarPlay and the bike has gone back to the main menu. So with this turned off, we can go back and then back again. We're in the general menu. We'll go back one more time and we'll go to Bluetooth. So we'll pick Bluetooth and then we'll hunt for the bike. And now notice it shows connected to Bluetooth. When CarPlay is active, this will not show connected. So we can tap on the little I, and now we have setup options. So we can show message notifications. So if you get a notification on your phone, it'll show on the bike system. So like a text message. So we could turn that on, and then we can also sync our contacts. So if you use the built-in phone application on the bike, you can dial your contacts. So we'll sync those as well. And then it gives you some more choices down here. There's also a device type. I always like to set that to car stereo. I think it helps with some of the audio settings from the iPhone to the bike. So with all of those settings set, you can now use the built-in functions of the bike to play music or to manage your phone calls or to receive text messages. And sometimes it just works better using the built-in system instead of CarPlay. So in Device Manager, we can see we only have the phone icon. We don't have the CarPlay icon. So in the phone, if we go back into CarPlay and turn that back on, you'll see the CarPlay icon appears. And now we can start wireless CarPlay again. What about you Android users? Or if you're using an AI box, this does not pair to the bike. And technically, it's not stored in the Device Manager. But if you're suddenly having issues, a factory reset is still worth a try. If anything, your headset connection is in the Device Manager, and the issue may be with it. Now, if you're an Android follower of my channel, I am testing new boxes for 2026. I'm having some good results, so stay tuned. That video is coming. So if you're having chronic connectivity issues with your SkyLine infotainment system, I highly recommend a factory reset. It's proven to work well for me and many viewers on this channel. Well, I really hope you found this information useful, and if you did, please share it with someone else. If you're new here, please subscribe. But until next time, in the Friction Zone.